My name's Rudy Jaramillo. I'm the batting coach for the Texas Rangers. And today we're going to go over the system, the fundamentals of the swing, the absolutes of the swing that we use here for the Rangers. Over the last 20 years, I've studied the swing. I've been real fortunate to be a batting coach at the big league level for 19 years. And I've learned so much just from my previous hitters. That's what you learn from. You learn from the great hitters, you know, what they're thinking, what their approach is. And one of the approaches that you really got to work on is your fundamentals. You got the fundamentals of the swing, and then you got the mental approach that you prepare with to get ready for the game. And the 5 simple steps are, that's why I named them real simple, because they are real simple. And I'm not trying to reinvent the swing in any way. I've just studied a lot of films, and I've come up with what all good hitters do. And there's a sequence to that swing that all good hitters do. So first is rhythm. And every hitter's different. As long as they get some kind of momentum going. A lot of hitters get a rhythm with their bat. Other hitters get rhythm with their lower half and their hands. And that's really crucial, because rhythm translates into timing and power. And once you get into the rhythm, the next step is that you got to time the ball, but you got to time the arm. You got to know when to start with the pitcher so the sequence can fall in place for you. And generally, the best way to start off the pitcher is once the pitcher gets in his wind up and he gets to this position here, hands breaks from the glove or leg goes down. As a hitter, I've got my rhythm. I'm following. As soon as he breaks his hand from the glove, then I go into the third part, which is called separation. And I'm tracking that arm and the ball all the way to the release point so I can get the recognition. And that's what it takes. The separation is 3. And when we separate, what I mean by that is that my hands and foot are going opposite directions. I'm like stretching a rubber band, and I want to end up in a good athletic position. And in my mind, I want to think I'm 55-45, or I'm going to be 50-50. And that's athletic. Fourth is something we call staying square. My hitters like to hear the stay in the door jam, and that means that after I finish my separation, I'm square, I'm facing this door jam. And what that does for me, it allows me to back the ball up or let the ball get deep as I need it to be. So, therefore, what's going to happen, I'm going to get the recognition for the separation, I'm going to let the ball get deep, and that's going to allow me to make a good decision. And fifth is weight shift. And I got my rhythm, I'm timing that arm to release point, I separate square, and then we shift. And all we're trying to do with the weight shift shouldn't be a push or drifting forward. All you want to do is get in a good hitting position here, and the way we transfer our weight into the ball is a key. We want to feel like our foot and knee are jointed together, and we get the L. If I'm here, if my heel doesn't come up, that means I never shifted into the ball. I'm kind of backlegging the ball. Once the ball gets in this hitting area, your timing, it's all timing or your weight shift. So once we get it here, we want to transfer the weight. We want to land on our instep, and the heel comes up, and my body goes forward right into the ball. That's basically what every good hitter does. But all hitters have their own way of getting started. They have a different stance or whatever that is. I never try to change their stance, or I just work within the fundamentals or the absolutes of the swing. The crucial part is that you start on time, and we work on it day in and day out to trust what we work in the cage in BP, and then we try to carry it into the game. When you're in that zone or you're focused, you're not thinking about mechanics. All you're doing is your mind's clear, you're breathing slow, and your eyes are telling you when to start and when to pull the trigger. Basically, that's what happens when you're going good and you trust it. When you're not going good, you get to the plate and you start thinking about mechanics. I got to get my foot down. I got to get my hands back. He's going to throw this pitch, that pitch, location. That's too much information. And when the mind starts getting in the way, we'll always start late off the pitcher. And when you start late off the pitcher, bad things happen. So that's the biggest challenge of big league hitters them to have the discipline to control their mind, and that's why they're so good at what they do, because they're capable of doing that. And the guys that have great ability but they can't control that part of the game, well, they're going to fail. So as a coach, I'm there for these guys, make sure they're ready physically, mentally, and just be, just encourage them, be positive, and just, help them try to get the most out of themselves. Basically, that's what happens in here every day. And a lot of good things have happened here over the years, and we just got to continue.